what's going on? It's me, ya boy, Junkie. Hey, Jimmy Jam 5. Skinny Banana. Motion Design, what's up? Good to see you. Jonks must have wished for one big-ass headset. Yeah, well, no, I did not wish for this. Obviously everybody's falling on hard times. Wow, Motion Design, yes, thank you. Thank you for the 7 months. 7 months with ENS, and better yet, with Jonks. Yes, it's me, Jonks, 7 months. Going strong. Anyway, didn't wish for this headset. I was given this headset. I actually work for the same call center as Kat. If you know her from the Everything Now Corporation. I had to pick up a second job. Jones says, yo, Jonks. Hello, Jones. Patreon reject, hello. Yeah, so basically I had to move the whole operation to the telephonic world. You heard Kat was laid off. Oh my God, I had no idea. The communication is not great within the Everything Now. The bureaucracy is ridiculous. It's like, if you're not in the same, oh yes, I should also mention, we do have some new sound alerts, obviously, with nobody coming up the hill anymore. The one silver lining of, I don't want to say the virus is good, but I will say that far fewer people have been falling off of the cliff and hurting their legs. So, I don't want to say that's a win overall for like coronavirus, because obviously tons, we don't even have to get into the negatives. There's a lot, sure, but the rate of people falling off this cliff and breaking their legs and then screaming about it has really decreased. So, good and bad, I guess is what I'm saying. And an awe from Taxman. And I don't know if that is an awe, like they miss having people tragically and many times permanently disfigured from the fall off of this cliff. Didn't you grant a wish to make coronavirus go away? Yes. Technically, I think we made it so that it didn't go away, it just makes you good at puzzles. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody got the memo about that. It's still contagious, and my guess is that, if you test positive, you still, you can still have it. So the numbers might still be going up. Taxman says the more broken legs, the better. And I don't know, maybe if you're like a broken leg doctor or like an insurance, well, no, if you're an insurance guy, you probably don't want people to break their legs. You probably want people to live safely. Anyway, look, guys, long story short, obviously nobody can come up the hill anymore because of the virus and whatnot. So I've switched to taking wishes by phone, which has been, sort of an adjustment for me. Usually I like to see somebody to kind of get a general sense of their vibe before I grant their wish, but obviously now I just have to go off their voice. So I'm going to really be relying on you, my council, the Council of Jonks in the chat, to help me suss these people out and help decide whether or not they are worthy of a wish granted by the almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful, wish-granting Jonks. Sure, you can cure corona, but you can't. But can you cure a broken heart, says new to this 1993. And yes, actually on a few occasions I have granted a wish for somebody who was searching for love. I guess that's actually different now that I'm saying it out loud than curing a broken heart. That's getting over love, which is different, but yes, also I could do something for that, sure. Taxman says, I like your headset, Jonks. Is it Bluetooth? And I guess, yeah, I think so. There's no wires, so I'm not like a tech guy. I don't really do tech stuff. I'm kind of like an old school kind of guy. But yeah, my guess is it's Bluetooth. Are you getting hungry, Jonks, with the inability to get sacrifices? Yeah, it's kind of tough. You know, it's kind of like I got big into the Atkins diet when that was like a big thing. If anybody remembers the Atkins diet, I feel like it was an early 2000s thing, and then it kind of fell off. But I did that, and this kind of feels like that. You know, I can't eat what I love, but I can, I look amazing. You can't see the rest of the mountain below me, but I've never looked better. Healthy king, king of social distancing. Yes, yes. Thank you. How'd that even reach you up there? I'm not sure I understand the question. How did what reach me? Listen, we've got probably a lot of calls coming in sooner or later. I've got this thing on vibrate right now. You can't really hear the phone ringing, but every now and then I just kind of get an internal buzzing when I sense a call coming in, and it's kind of hard to tell because also there's tectonic plates shifting below me at all times that I sort of feel, and it's pretty similar to that. Motion Design says, please get to the calls, and one should be coming in any minute now. Oh, there it is. I switched it to audio, so hopefully I should be hearing. It's ringing.
Hello?
Hi, yes, you've reached JONKS.
Hi. Elliot Gould, how are you?
Hi, Elliot Gould, the actor?
Yeah, the actor, yeah. Hi, how's it going?
Hi, yeah, I love your films. I'm good. I mean, gosh, I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm a bit starstruck. It's Elliot freaking Gould, everybody.
Oh, thanks, Jonks. Thanks, man. How you been? How you been lately, Jonks? You doing okay?
Oh, it's kind of like weird for everybody. It's like, it's good for like Corona times, but like overall, there's kind of, that just general vibe of uncertainty,
Yeah, it's just about getting up,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really get up, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just putting one foot in front of the other every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really have feet, but I get the sentiment.
Yeah, I get you, man. How you been otherwise, besides, the virus and all that stuff? How's the family? How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Honestly, the work is what keeps me sane. It takes some getting used to not seeing people in real life, but I mean, right now I get to talk to Elliot Gould, so that's a cool thing that I wouldn't have gotten to do probably normally.
Hey, well, right now you get to talk to Jonks, huh?
Oh, you are a charmer. Has anyone told you that? You are a charming guy.
I've heard. Listen, I hate to turn this into a whole business thing. I wish we could just get a coffee sometime and talk outside of this, but I do need a wish.
Oh, well, you came to the right place, my friend. I don't know if you know this about me, but I grant wishes. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah, no, and I was wondering if you could help me out.
Sure.
So, I've been home. I got a lot more time on my hands. I don't know if you've been reading any, press I do or anything like that, but I have this Long Goodbye sequel.
You're doing a sequel to The Long Goodbye.
Well, I wrote one. I wrote Long Goodbye 2. It sort of takes place in today's era, and I think you can imagine who the villain is. It's the commander-in-chief right now who's driving us all crazy. I think he would make a fantastic villain.
Oh, you're talking about the head honcho?
Hey.
The top banana?
Oh, yeah.
Numero uno?
Like that, in a time like that, this movie just feels ripe to come back. And you know who agreed with me is Steven Soderbergh. I mean, we worked together on Oceans 11, 12, 13, the whole business. And he's told me, Elliot, it's a great idea. It needs to happen. Someone's got to make it, and I want it to be me. It just seems like I call him a lot. It seems like we have that phone call, and he's like, yeah, we got to make that movie, Elliot, man. And then also, at least we were going to get dinner and talk about it. It just seems like he's busy. He's busy a lot, so...
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It seems like people, when people tell me they're busy now, like these days, I'm like, doing what? Because it's like, you can't go out, you can't go to the movies or a restaurant. Oh, by the way, someone wanted to know, was cocaine better in the 70s than it is today? Taxman wanted to know.
It was about the same, but I'll tell you what's gotten better, the grass, man. When I was smoking it back then, looked like dirt. Looked like something you'd rake up in your front yard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the weed today is like kablamo.
Yeah. But I don't mess around with any of that stuff. I've moved on, different chapter of your life.
Sure, sure. But as a kid, though, you partied.
I got around. Listen. I want to talk about Soderbergh. So I don't know, do you know him?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of his stuff. Is there, what is the wish?
I mean, I don't want to force him to make any, but maybe if maybe if he hears that like there's a lot of momentum behind it, that a lot of people want this, maybe he can go to the studio people. Look, I think he's a sweet guy. Steve, when I was on Ocean's 12, we were between takes, and Steve's a very intense man, but he did happen to lean over at me at one point. So sweet of him. He said, "Can I ask, in Long Goodbye, when you put the shoe polish on your face?" That was improvised, right? And I told him, of course, Stephen, it had to be improvised. And he said, it had to be improvised. And we talked about it. And we said, it was such a moment of spontaneity in the character and at the time, and you could never do it today. He said, I don't know about that for sure, but that was his opinion. So I think he's a sweet guy. And I just think maybe he's trying not to hurt my feelings, and that maybe, he thinks no one wants to watch it.
Yeah.
So I was like wondering, maybe if you put out like I don't know how the young kids today are getting messages out, but
sure. Well,
Elliot ruled it out with
one of our friends, one of the council members is saying that this wish seems like you kind of just want to generate buzz for a movie, and if you wanted to do that, you might be better off writing a BuzzFeed article. That's their words, not mine. What I'd like to say is, if you really want to get this movie made, you could just wish for the movie to be made, rather than kind
I
of...
don't want to put that on him, though. I don't want to put that on him, like, that's forcing him. And, he's an original. He's a creative. And the thing about us, originals, is it's got to come, from within. And I was just wondering if maybe we could do some kind of marketing campaign to make it come from within. Some sort of media blitz that looks like it's sort of organic. Everyone's just saying, why isn't there a sequel to this movie? And then he sees that and he's like, I'm next one.
Sort of like a supernatural astroturfing campaign.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, like what they did with the...
I just think it'd be a cool movie. We don't have to, though. It's
Well, hey man, I mean, look, it's your wish. If you shouldn't look, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but you shouldn't be making wishes on behalf of others. If they have a wish, they can come up here and ask me themselves. Is there something you're passionate about, Elliot? Is there something that really speaks to your heart, your desires?
Wish there was a coordinated media campaign to get Steven Soderbergh to make a sequel to The Long Goodbye that I've written.
So this is your passion, Elliot.
Yeah, I wrote it, and I think it'd be really good, but if people think it's stupid, or if I'm not like, hey, cool now, then it's, we don't have to.
What? No, Elliot, you're still cool. I mean, if that's the question, you don't have to make a wish. You're cool with me, man. You don't have to make, if that's what this is about it about being cool, or is it about making the movie?
I mean, I want to make the movie, obviously, and maybe I just worry that I can't because people don't think I'm cool anymore.
And what do you have to say to somebody in my council who's saying that you're just a poor man's James Brolin? Brolin?
Go way back, and I'll say that I'm honored at even the comparison. James is an original. James is an artist, and I've told him that many times. He's a sweet man.
Well, I thought maybe we'd get some beef there, but that was actually really nice and genuine. Look, I like you, guy.
I don't live with beef, brother.
I think you're a cool guy. I want to help you out, man. I feel like we should put it to the council. They usually know what's best. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up a poll for them to take a look at. Council of Jonks in the chat. If you think we should grant Elliot Gould's wish to develop buzz, not to produce or to make in any way, but just to develop some buzz around a sequel to the Long Goodbye, directed by Steven Soderbergh. Soderbergh. Soderbergh.
It just means so much to me. I understand.
And get those votes in.
Maybe if the youth don't want that, or, it's their day, everyone has their era, so.
Well, sure, and I just want to preface this. I mean, even if they vote no, man, I think, look, like you're gonna go down as a legend, as an icon either way. So I don't want to count any chickens before they're hatched. I'll just say that the voting isn't looking great for this one, but I just want you to know that it's like, whatever happens here, you're still. I mean, come on.
That's whatever.
Ocean's 12, that was good.
It's whatever. I shouldn't have brought it up.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and close out that poll, and it looks like no. It looks like it's unfortunately gonna be a no. They voted not to.
Okay.
And K-Weeb is going to go ahead and add a Price is Right losing horn to that, so that really sort of solidifies that decision.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just try giving him another call. So.
Hey, look, just because I couldn't grant the wish doesn't mean it can't happen. If you start a real grassroots campaign, who knows? Maybe people would be into that.
Yeah, I'm not so good with the computers and stuff. Maybe my grandson will take a look.
Preach your choir on that front, man. I'm just trying to figure out this tech stuff on my end too.
Jonks, you ever seen Little Murders?
Yeah, well, I saw it a while ago. I liked it though. I remember liking it.
Thanks. Not a lot of people have seen that one. I really like it.
Yeah, sort of a deep cut.
Maybe my favorite movie of mine.
Oh, really?
People don't like it.
Well, people don't usually like the best art, The best art is polarizing.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, I say that.
All right, well.
Hey.
Just all head out.
Hey, chin up, man. Listen, before you go, hold on. Don't go anywhere just yet. Chat, is there anything, council, is there any parting words of wisdom or maybe something that we can do to lift Elliot's spirits, even though he's leaving here without any wishes being granted?
Eat the money, yes.
Control
Yum,
Alt Quinn
yum.
says cheer 100, and that is 100 bits. So that's something. Get back into cocaine. Have you considered that?
It's not good for my health, but I have.
What about if you lose your head, keep your cool? That kind of sounds like something you might find in a fortune cookie. And Joan says, get lost, buddy. So,
All right, well, I'll do that then.
okay, well, just sort of the general vibe of the chat. Elliot, it was a pleasure, honor speaking with you, sir. I wish I could have granted your wish, but of course, it's always up to the council.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool, Jonks.
Okay.
Listen, take care of yourself, buddy.
Hey, you too, man. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Yeah.
All right, bye. Whew, that was kind of heavy. It's weird because it's like, on the one hand, the guy is like a super successful movie star, will go down, as one of the more respected leading sort of male actors of that generation, and yet you can't help but feel kind of bad for him. Just sort of a sad overall vibe. But he'll bounce back. It's not like I'm not like worried about him, but it is kind of like a bummer to see him not feeling good about himself. It's like if someone like that can't feel good about themselves, like what about normal, ugly, non-movie star people? Like what are they supposed to? I don't know. He's kind of got like he's kind of like an Oreo on a pizzazz, says Motion Design, and I don't know if I fully understand that metaphor, but it feels right. It feels profound to me. Anyway, that was a cool call. I mean, the context wasn't that cool, but it's not every day you get to talk to a Hollywood superstar like that. So hopefully that trend continues. Not that I don't like talking to, oh, it looks like another call's coming in. Hello? Hello? I'm getting some, oh, there he is. Hello, yes, this is Jonks.
Oh, hi. Hey, Jonks, what's up?
Hey, what's up? It's me. Well, I mean, what's up with you? You called me.
Oh, yeah, hey, it's me, Keegan Hawk.
Oh, Keegan Hawk. Who is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, a lot of people, like, know me as an individual.
Okay, not me though.
But I'm also, like, the son of Tony Hawk.
Oh!
Is how most people would know me.
What?
Yeah.
No freaking way. Your dad is a legend, man. Your dad is a freaking icon.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's that like for you?
It's fine. It's all right. I hear about it a lot, and like it'd be nice if people like kind of talked about me.
Totally. Did he like teach you how to skate and stuff?
Yeah, he tried to force it on me, but I'm my own person, so I actually started rollerblading instead of skateboarding to kind of like
For sure.
on my own path.
So did you like get all the games for free because he's your dad?
What, like the video game?
Yeah, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater Underground. Did you get all those for free?
I mean, they were in my house, and like, he was playing them a lot, but like I didn't want to play them.
That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, but but I'm my own person, man. And,
Right, totally.
Yeah.
So did you have a wish? Sorry, I mean, your dad is freaking the guy who landed the first 900. Do you remember that? I mean, I don't think you were alive, but you must know about that, right?
Yeah, I actually wasn't alive yet when he landed it. I was born in 2001.
Damn. So you might have been like sperm in his balls when he landed that 900. You ever think about that? Like in a way, you kind of did the 900. You were like there in Tony Hawk's balls.
What's surprising are the amount of people who have said that same thing to me all the time. So yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about it until people started asking me about it, and then now I think about it a lot, and I'd rather not think about it.
If I were you, I would be thinking about that all the time. But hey, that's why you're your own person or whatever.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, and I'm gonna find my own path. I'm thinking about being a lawyer, so.
Oh, like a skateboarding lawyer? That would be cool.
No, I wouldn't be skateboarding is the thing, because that's what my dad does. So like I'd be like a lawyer, just a lawyer.
Oh.
But I'm taking a year off. After I graduated, just to chill. So.
Hey, did you ever get into Tony Hawk American Wasteland? Sorry, one of our friends in the Council of Jonks would like to know.
I've heard of the game now. Like I said, all the games are at my house, and my dad plays them. And his friends come over and they play them, but I do not play the game. So yeah, I've heard of American Wasteland. I heard it's cool because you can like get off your board and stuff or whatever.
Yeah, that part was cool. Yeah. So you want to be some like lawyer or some kind of suit or something?
Well, that's not what I'm wishing about. Actually, my wish is something else.
Okay.
So it's kind of like weird, but I'd like to wish that my dad never got into skateboarding.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
You want to wish skateboarding legend and icon Tony Hawk's career away?
Yeah.
No 900? No Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3?
Yeah.
No that one Wii game where you have to like stand on like a Wii Fit board and it doesn't really work, but you kind of like.
That was actually my favorite game.
That's your favorite? That's like the worst one.
Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
my favorite. That's my
Oh,
favorite
Jesus. Ah, okay. Well, why would you want to do that? I mean, how are you going to pay for law school if your dad doesn't have a career anymore? Certainly you don't. I mean, I don't want to. Are you going to become a lawyer without your dad's empire of skating money?
No, my plan is once I get my dad to never have got into skateboarding, then it will pave the way for me to be the first person to land the 900, and then I could finally be in the spotlight for once.
Oh my God. So you don't even want to be a skateboarder. You just want the fame of landing the 900.
Well, I want that. I want. Imagine the video game Keegan Hawks Pro Skater. Like that just rolls off the tongue way more, and I just think I'd do better with it. And if I had 3 sons and a daughter after landing the 900, I'd be a way better dad. And I do everything a lot better. So I just think I'm in a better position than my dad is to take on that mantle.
Well, someone in our council, Sadvil, is suggesting that rather than wishing your dad's career away, why not just wish to land the 1800 and best him that way? His legacy sort of remains as the first to land the 900, and you start a new legacy as the son who lands the 1800.
That's the thing. You're starting the sentence with the son.
Well, I mean, your dad is freaking Tony Hawk, man.
That's my point, man. That's exactly my point.
That's a pretty good point. And someone else in the chat is wanting to know if in this wish, if you go back and have sex with your mom, Back to the Future style. And I don't think this is like a you go back in time thing, unless it is.
Well, I wouldn't go back in time, but if I could, I wouldn't have sex with my mom. That's gross.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I agree. Well, listen, kid, I'm not going to tell you what wish to make. I can only try to guide you in the right direction, but if your mind is made up, then there's nothing else to do. I can put it.
I think everyone will realize that it's the right wish once I show them that how much better I can be being my dad than my actual dad is.
What do you mean by that?
I just think that my dad doesn't deserve to be where he is, and I think I deserve it more. I don't see what's so hard to understand about this.
How can you not believe that your dad, I mean, the guy is a legend. I mean, other than maybe like Rodney Mullen, he's more iconic. I mean, the skateboard game, put away the skateboarding itself for a second, just the video game is like, I mean.
He's not a video game designer, dude. Like, he's just an icon that the video game was designed after, man. Like, if you knew him personally, you'd realize how much of a dick he is, okay? Like, for every Christmas, for instance, he'd get us a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. All of us. He'd get us all different copies of the same game, and then he'd be like, "Hey, yeah, play me. Like, pick me, play me." And then he'd sit us down, and we'd each have to pick him in the character selector, and he'd watch as we played him in a video game. I mean, that's kind of weird, man. Like,
that's pretty weird, yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I was a person who landed the 900. I'd be like, "Hey, kids, you can do whatever you want. Like, there's this, it's a cool video game, but do what you want. For Christmas, I'm gonna get you guys Halo instead, or something that they actually like. It's just like."
All right, that's a pretty compelling argument. Hey, somebody real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but somebody in the Council of Jonks would like to know what your opinion is on Bob Burnquist.
Bob's great, actually. He kind of like was more of a father figure than my dad was.
Oh, wow.
So
In what way?
yeah. Well, I mean, he was always hanging around the house, so I would kind of go up to Bob, and Bob was cool, and you know, he actually cared what I had to say and stuff, and he wouldn't keep saying his name over and over again, like, I'm Bob Burnquist, because that's what my dad does. Like, that's the first thing he does when he wakes up. He says, I'm Tony Hawk, and then he skateboards around the house, because the inside of our house is basically a giant skate park, and he just keeps yelling, I'm Tony Hawk,
Is your
until we
house
all wake up.
is your house like the house, Tony Hawk's house, in that one episode of Rocket Power where they break into the back of Tony Hawk's house and it's like a series of extreme sports obstacle courses that you have to traverse?
I know what you're talking about, and yes, it is exactly like that. If that is the animated version, then that is like almost spot on to what my actual house is like. It's like it's so dark, and there's like so many neon lights.
Wow.
It's just like, yeah.
That's crazy. I was so jealous of that growing. I mean, it seems like a pain in the ass if you're just like getting home with groceries and you have to like do a kickflip over a quarter pipe or whatever to get to your fridge, but I mean, visually it's stunning. It looks sick as hell.
I just peed out my window because it was so hard to get to the bathroom. It's just like I gave up.
What do you have to do to get to the bathroom ordinarily?
Well, ordinarily, there's the the loop, the big loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to it's like a canyon between my room and the bathroom, and there's just a loop that connects it, like a kind of bridge loop. So you gotta loop it over to get there. And you end up pretty much peeing yourself anyway when you're going through the loop. So it's like, why bother,
Yeah, wow, that sounds tough. Well, look, Keegan, before we bring it to a poll, I want to ask our council members if they have any questions specifically for you. So, council in the chat, in a moment, we're gonna decide whether or not we want to grant Keegan's wish, which is, of course, to destroy his father's legacy, make it so that it never happened, and replace him as the first person to land the 900. So here are some questions for you, Keegan. Why are you such a dick? Is from Sadvil.
Guys, come on. I don't you guys get it? I'm not a dick. I'm trying to make it so my dad's not a dick. You guys don't realize how much ego you get when you land the 900. It's insane. And I know now from seeing my dad that if I landed it, I do things all differently, and I wouldn't wake up every morning shouting my name and making my sons play my video game, and it'd be so much better. It's just like, you guys don't understand because you see him as like this idol and this bringer of happiness to you, but personally he's just a shitty guy.
Okay, I'll let the chat decide whether or not they believe that. Here's another question. When Bam Margera punched you in the face in your sleep, did you think it was your father punching you in the face?
What? Who said that?
I don't know. I did not write the question. That's a question from council member Just a Tiny Taste. They asked, when Bam Margera punched you in the face in your sleep, did you think it was your father? And there's no elaboration on that.
That's such a strange question. I do remember waking up after getting punched in the face and the shadowy figure running off, but it definitely wasn't Bob. I don't know why it would be.
What about
my dad?
What about the Tony Hawk Foundation? Councilmember Slat Factory would like to know what will happen with the Tony Hawk Foundation. Do you hate charity?
Well, imagine this. Imagine if it was called the Keegan Hawk Foundation, and it wouldn't be ruled by a tyrant who is a weird egomaniac, because that's what would happen.
Okay. Here's one that seems pretty directly related to the wish. What about you and who you are makes you happy about being you, so that you can slowly break away from the shadow of your father?
what about me that makes me happy about who I am?
Yeah, is there anything, any like special skills or traits about yourself that you're particularly proud of that maybe separate you from your father?
Well, I think my hair is pretty dope.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, I think we're ready to go to the poll now, so let's go ahead and pull up that poll. Great. Council, if you'd like to grant Keegan's wish of destroying the history that is his father's legacy on the skateboard ramp, go ahead and select 1. If you don't think we should grant this wish and that Keegan should remain toiling away in the shadow of his legendary father,
Come on, guys.
vote
Please.
2.
Please, guys. Come on.
Slap Factory is wondering how we telesacrifice someone, and unfortunately, because these are phone calls, we are not sacrificing people tonight. However, there are a series of sound alerts in the panels below, which you can use to trigger things such as, I don't even want to say this, but my boss is here, and if somebody triggers the sound alert, we'll do some evaluations. My boss will come here and do an evaluation of my job, and it would really mean a lot if you guys said nice things about me, or just didn't do it at all so that I don't have to talk to my stupid boss, but
Don't you wish your boss never landed his metaphorical 900 so that you could be the boss?
I suppose, but it's like, the context is so twisted at that, like, I see the metaphor you're going for, the analogy, but it's like, there's so many different, like, factors that it doesn't quite track. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close out that poll, and Keegan, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but unfortunately, the council
Your
has...
feedback is important to us.
Oh, okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Well,
how would you rate this call?
Okay, so I guess before I give you the results of your... Well, I'll just tell you, you did not get your wish, but
Damn it!
you do have to... You do have to do a quality assurance check with me now. That's another part of this new calling setup. You have to rank this call from 1 to 10 on how you think I'm doing.
I vote you suck. Out of 10.
Okay, well, usually that evaluation comes during the call and not after I should say, have decided not to grant a wish. It's more about like, do you feel like I was polite, that you had the wishing rules explained to you clearly, that kind of thing?
I think that you suck and you're kind of shitty.
Okay, so is that like a 5 or like a 6 out of 10?
I'd say sucks.
6?
Like sucks.
I'm hearing 6, and so that's slightly above average.
5 is your average?
Well, I guess...
That's not that great.
Yeah, I guess 5 is not average. 5 is like middle of the road. So 6 would be, I guess, probably slightly below average, but better than like a 2.
I'll give you a 0.69 out of 10.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, Keegan, I cannot persuade you to change your evaluation. I just hope that you know that every evaluation does affect my bottom line, so I hope you're happy with that.
Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna go take some Xanax and cry.
Well, maybe that can be your legacy. Maybe you can land the 900 of doing Xanax and crying.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. Anyway, RIP Juice World. Thanks guys for not granting shit. Catch you later.
Catch you later, Keegan. Well, folks, that's back-to-back no's on wishes. For those of you who are just joining us, I am JONKS. That was Keegan Hawk, son of legendary skateboarding icon Tony Hawk from the video games. Earlier we met Elliot Gould. Whoa,
Continue
hype
this call.
train!
Please confirm your identity by answering the following security verification question.
Oh, okay. I gotta do this security verification question. Is there, somebody in the chat should probably have that question for me, but this is just to confirm that I am still operating the phone. They want to make sure that they don't have any robocalls going out, so let me see. I think it was user Mythical Phoenix who was going to ask that question. And choo-choo, we're on the hype train, folks. Chugga-chugga, whatever that means. And here are some potential questions. Mother's maiden name. Favorite sad celebrity. 3 favorite Disney movies. First pet's name. Choo-choo. Okay, that last one was not a question. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't remember which one of these was my security question, so I'm gonna try them all. Mother's maiden name. Pebble. Who is your favorite sad celebrity? Michael Jordan crying meme. What is your 3 favorite Disney movies? Hercules, Mulan, and Ratatouille. I guess it's Disney Pixar. It's kind of same thing. First pet's name was Keaton. Choo Choo has a question. That's hard. Chugga chugga. Alright, that ought to get me in. I didn't hear any sort of password lock thing, so I think hopefully that answers those questions. Which of your old pets? Oh, okay, finally the question comes in from Mythical Phoenix 19. Which of your old pets would you least like to revive from the dead? And that is easy. I kept these mice in when I was in elementary school. I had to get mice for like a class project, and one of them bit me. I think it was called Mighty Mouse. And
Thank you. We eat the
yeah,
money.
fuck that
Yes.
guy.
Yum,
Hey, just a tiny taste. Thank you for keeping the hype train alive. Chug chug. What is my greatest wish? And I don't know. Sometimes I think it might be cool to have a body. I haven't really, I can't grant my own wishes, so I try not to spend too much time thinking about it because of the tragic irony that is my existence. But if I had some sweet pecs, that might be cool. And it sounds like another call is coming in. And Mythical Phoenix, don't worry. I thought that was an interesting question. And it seems like we've got somebody on the line. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, yes, you've reached JONKS.
Hello?
Hi, yes, can you hear me? It's me, JONKS.
Is this Yum Yum Foods?
No, this is not Yum Yum Foods. This is the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful, wish-granting demigod JONKS.
I'm sitting here with one of your delicious crust pizzas on a cauliflower crust. It wasn't very delicious.
Ma'am, I think you might have the wrong number. I don't serve crust pizza. I don't even know what that is.
What? Who is this?
It's JONKS. I'm a demigod. I grant wishes.
I've been waiting on hold for 15 minutes. They make the text so hard to read on these dang boxes.
What box is that, ma'am? Are you reading off of a pizza box or something?
It's the Yum Yum Foods delicious crust made with cauliflower pizza. Is this your product?
No, ma'am, that's not my product. Hello? Excuse me, ma'am, what is your name?
My name is Sheila McGinnis.
Hi, Sheila. Let's start over here. I think maybe you had the wrong number. My name is JONKS.
No.
I do not sell pizza. I grant
What
wishes.
kind of food do you sell?
Well, technically, you could wish for any kind of food that exists, and oh, and there goes the hype train. Well, it was nice. I sell any kind of food. Well, I don't really sell it. I grant wishes. But if you wanted a specific type of food, I could give it to you.
Oh, well, I sure would like my $7.99 back. I paid $7.99 for this delicious crust pizza with a cauliflower crust, and it wasn't very delicious.
So, when you say it was a delicious cauliflower crust pizza, delicious is in the name of the product. You're not saying that it was a delicious pizza.
It says right on the box, delicious crust made with cauliflower pizza.
Ah. And,
Oh,
one of my council members would like to know, do you like sausage on your pizza?
that sounds like a sexually charged question.
I don't know. I don't know why it would be. As far as I know, sausage is a traditional pizza topping.
Hello?
Sheila?
Are you there?
Yes, Sheila. Listen, it sounds like you're wanting a refund, but I'd like to let you know that you're talking to somebody who could give you far more than a $7 refund on your pizza. I could grant you all the wishes in the, I mean, not all the wishes, all the riches in the world.
Really? Well, money's been tight ever since my Howard passed.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, if you don't mind me asking, that was your husband?
Yes, but none of that pity stuff. Believe me, I always say my Howard's passing is my ultimate hall pass.
Oh, I guess good for you, but also, kind of gross. Someone suggesting maybe you bring Howard back from the dead, but now I feel like that's probably not on your to-do list.
Oh, no. Howard was a lovely man, but he gave me his blessing in his absence. He didn't want me by myself. No. He wanted me to have many lovers, and I have.
Oh, wow. At the risk of getting real nasty, how many exactly?
Well, quality is what I always say, more than quantity. Does the name Bradley Cooper ring any bells?
Wait, you fucked Bradley Cooper? The movie star Bradley Cooper?
Yes, absolutely. Just before Silver Linings Playbook, so he wasn't quite the same Bradley Cooper we know today, but he was certainly still hot stuff.
Damn, Sheila, how old were you when that, I mean, he was what? Before, that would have been like 10 years ago?
30s, yeah, probably. Early 30s. I'm 86, so well, 87, so late 70s.
Damn, Sheila, my God, I mean, that's, wow. I mean, what can you wish for when you've already bedded Bradley Cooper?
Well, I've made the rounds in the Hollywood circuit. Bradley Cooper, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Whoa.
Oh, yes, Paul Dano. What can I say? I like a twink.
Okay, wow, Sheila, all right. Well, listen, is there anything in particular that you'd like to wish for?
I'm sorry, you cut out. Excuse me. Wait, repeat the question.
I'm wondering, Sheila, it seems like you've had such an illustrious sex life and life in general. Is there anything that you could wish for at this point that might make you even happier?
Well, as I said, I'd really like that $7.99 back.
Right, yes, the pizza. I have a question here. A question for you, Sheila, real quick from our council. Do you have any piercings, any interesting piercings that you'd like to tell us about?
Oh, yes. I have a Princess Albert.
What is, oh, Princess Albert? What is that?
That's a vagina piercing.
Oh, okay.
Just two of them.
Two of them. I'm trying to imagine what that even looks like. I don't really want to spend too much time thinking about it, actually, now that I mention it.
Do you have the FaceTime?
No, all I have is this headset thing.
Oh.
But
Oh.
I'm picturing it in my head, and that's about as far as I feel like I need to go. I'm sorry, Sheila, I cut you off. You were talking about why it was so important to you that you get this refund.
It's the damn principle of the thing. I mean, these big corporations think they can kick the little guy around. I'll give him a kick where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that is your motivation, you could wish for them to go out of business, or, I mean, I could potentially, I could bankrupt them. I mean, the 750 thing seems kind of, I don't want to say petty, but it's sort of like small potatoes, if you know what I mean, Sheila.
No, yes, listen, I agree. I mean, listen, I'm an old lady. I've got free time. What the hell am I going to do other than bitch and moan about $7.99? I mean, it's sort of a rite of passage at this point.
Ah, it's the principle, like you said.
Exactly. Corporations think they can kick us all around. Maybe I'll rethink this wish, though.
I mean, I don't want to rush you into anything, Sheila. If this is what is in your heart, you know, we can make this $7.99 refund happen. I just want to make sure that you're aware of your options here.
I think I've got something.
Okay.
Well, don't judge me on this one.
Hey, this is a judgment-free zone, Sheila. Right, Council of Jonks? We would never judge Sheila for her wish. This sweet, sweet old celebrity twink fucking grandma. Never would we judge you. Yes, no judgment here. Never, says the chat.
Oh, it's so nice to hear. Boy, in my day, we never had strangers yelling compliments at us from around the world. It's so nice to have lived long enough to see this.
Yes, well, how old did you say you were? 87?
87, yes. I was born in 1933.
That sounds close, if not right.
Yep.
Yep, I feel like that's right.
Now, the more I think about it, I've still got my faculties about me, absolutely, and damn proud of it.
Wow. I mean, it's an honor even speaking to someone from your generation. I mean, to be honest, I'm many thousands of years old, but usually I get the Zoomers and the Gen Xers and Millennials up here, so to have someone with some wisdom, you know, to go back and forth with is a refreshing change of pace, Sheila.
And you as well. It's nice to. I feel like I'm talking to an equal, a potential love connection even forming.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't want to mix signals here, Sheila. I'm a lone wolf, all right? I'm what they call a lifelong bachelor, and I don't want to get your hopes up. I've had many people try to wish for love, but never for love with Jonks. It's only a recipe for heartache, I'm afraid.
So I can't even wish for that, huh?
Oh, well, Sheila, I'm just saying you would not want that wish.
Well, how's about this? You said no judgment, right?
Yes.
I'd like one night, no questions asked, with Gavin Magnus.
Wait, who is Gavin Magnus?
Hello?
Hi, yes, Sheila, who is Gavin Magnus?
Gavin Magnus is a 15-year-old web celebrity but he's precocious.
Oh,
Beyond
no.
his years. No, hey, you said judgment free.
Okay.
He's 15 years old, voice of an angel. He sings and dances. I mean, do you have Instagram?
No,
do you have Instagram?
I had an assistant. I have an assistant in my ear saying that this kid's actually 13, not 15.
15, okay?
That's not what Google says. I've got an assistant in my ear saying that he was born in 2007.
Oh. Well, he looks like you see what I'm saying, though? Precocious beyond his years.
Certainly precocious. Undoubtedly precocious.
He's a real boy. You've looked him up, yes?
A real boy's boy.
Well, how's about it? Can you, you can tell I like him young. This isn't a perverse thing. This is just a normal old woman looking for a virile young man.
All right, we're just going to throw this one to a vote. I don't want to even really weigh in or touch this one. I feel like it would be better to just kind of see where the sand shakes out on it. But, chat.
All I'm saying is judgment free, and this guy probably rakes up 6 figures easy on an average year, which, hell, is more than my Howard ever did.
Judgment free. You guys, hey, Council of Junks, you all said judgment free, so no going back on that. We got to approach this objectively as we can. As objectively as we can for a situation where an 87-year-old woman would like to spend one no-strings-attached evening with a 13-year-old YouTube celebrity.
Again, nothing perverse. He just is YouTube pranks. I mean, come on, the family fun, which I appreciate. I can watch it with my grandkids.
She loves the pranks.
Yeah, I just want to be taken care of. I mean, to be completely honest, JGL still hits me up, but I've looked at both of their bank accounts respectively. Gavin makes more these days.
Wow. And how did you get access to his bank account?
JGL, we just have that trust. Gavin, I know a guy with Wells Fargo.
You've got an inside man at Wells Fargo?
Yes, several, and they're deeply personal acquaintances, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I don't know if I want to delve any deeper than that, but it seems like we're just about ready to close up. It's neck and neck right now, which is
this is
shocking.
I could really, guys, one swing vote is all I need. I need my Ohio or Florida, whichever. I don't follow politics.
Really, really tense here at the top of the mountain. You could cut the tension with a knife.
No, this is what I think what it is.
And it looks like we got the vote. It looks like we got the swing vote. And for the first granted wish of the evening will go to Sheila McGinnis, who will be spending one no-strings-attached evening with 13-year-old YouTube pop star Gavin Magnus.
Yeah, baby, let's give it to Mama. Alrighty.
Oh.
You can't see it, but I just did one of those bell kicks. It's a grandfather from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's me right now. I'm practically walking on air.
Right, yes, and Sheila, I just want to confirm one more time that I'm not becoming an accomplice in some sort of crime here, right? Like, you're just gonna go, like, watch prank videos with this kid or something, right? Sheila? Sheila, are you still...
Hello?
Hi, yeah, Sheila?
If you're asking questions, that was explicitly said in the terms of the wish. No questions. Leave a little to the imagination.
Oh, God. Okay. Right, I forgot. No questions asked. All right, well, Sheila, all I can say is I really hope I don't get a knock on the door from the FBI. And there's the Law and Order. Shocking that it took this long for the Law and Order sound to be played, but there it is.
Hey, whoa, there's nothing perverse here. This is just a woman who appreciates talent.
Just a woman who appreciates talent, and that is where we're unfortunately gonna have to leave it. Sheila, Godspeed, do what
God
makes you
bless you.
happy. Say hi
Thank
to Bradley Cooper, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and your boy at Wells Fargo for me.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. You've been excellent. Excellent customer service.
Yes, and good luck with your crusty pizza as well. I know we couldn't quite get that refund sorted out, but you should still try to get that. You know, you don't need a wish to apply for a refund. You can maybe just pull that off yourself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, I mean, at this point, what's $7.99 in comparison to a night with Gavin Magnus?
Okay, we gotta hang up. We gotta cut her off. Get her out of here. I can't, look, if anybody at the FBI, CIA, or one of the intelligence agencies is monitoring this, I did not, look, the council voted for that. I didn't vote. It's their call. I just grant the wishes, all right? I don't make the decisions around, look, we gotta, whoo! How are we doing, folks? How are we doing tonight? Oh, okay. God damn it. I really was hoping we wouldn't have to do this.
And who's calling me? And who's this who's calling me right now? Okay, I'm being called down from heaven.
Son of a bitch. Guys,
Hello.
it's my boss. It's the boss, baby.
And I'm here. I'm the boss baby of ENS. Boss of everything, from the jet skis to the comedy show to the D&D show they do every other Thursday or Tuesday. I'm here. What's going on, Jonks?
Well, unfortunately, somebody in the council just summoned you using the JONKS job evaluation sound alert, and so things have been going well. I don't know, honestly, if we even need to do the evaluation. I mean, I can just tell you right now, I'm crushing it. I just granted a wish. It went really well. So,
Well, I've been called down, so I might as well just check what's going on. Who have you said yes to so far?
oh, you know, the wishes themselves aren't super important. The main thing is that I just, you know, got a really great, you know, successful wish in the bank just now, and we don't have to get into the details of what the wish was.
What was it?
Well, I granted the wish of a sweet old lady. Yep, she was just this kindly old woman, and she came to me for a wish, and I granted it, and that's as much as we need to say.
Oh, that's great. I'm seeing in the chat it's a kid fucking wish. Well, I'm glad that kids are getting their wishes granted, and for maybe their grandmothers is what I'm understanding here. It's a long,
yeah. Yes.
It's a long.
Whatever you said, yes to that.
Well, great. I'm just here to make sure that everyone watching has a good opinion on Jonks and make sure that we have a host worth keeping on the air. So I'm going to ask some questions here. Fill out this survey, if you will. First question, does Jonks still have sex appeal?
Okay,
Vote
so
1 or 2.
council, please. These evaluations determine my longevity on the show. If I'm not sexy anymore, they won't put me on the show.
We need somebody on the screen on Twitch who's worth weed whacking it to, who's worth yanking the ripcord, who's worth DJing the turntables, who's worth stroking the beanstalk, who's worth flicking said bean on the beanstalk.
Please, chat, keep me in your spank bank.
How's everything otherwise?
You know, it's weird. Everybody, it's like you have a special answer for the how's it going question in Corona. It's like good,
How good,
other than the whole end of the world
how
thing.
good can it be, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like good, but, you know, other than all the crazy bullshit.
You make bread?
Do I make bread?
Did you make bread yet?
No, I see that. Heard that's like a trend, though. People are making bread.
It's a big thing. I made so much sourdough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. You still have sex appeal.
All right, nice. Well, we're gonna put that in the W column. For
1
the
point
old
for
J-Man.
Junkie. 1 point for Junkie. Here's another question. Folks at home, can you see Jonks being good with your kids?
Okay, I feel like I've been pretty great. Well, maybe not for that.
What was that?
YouTube. Nothing.
What about YouTube?
I feel like I'm great with kids. They don't usually come up here, but listen, the show is not necessarily a family, it's not a family focused show, but I would say that
Wrong.
it's a family friendly show.
Wrong. I think that anyone from the age 1 can watch this show. And if that's not the case, and anything that goes on here is not for the 1-year-olds, then I want those people out of my office and off my mountain and scraped off the mountain where their face once was and they granted wishes.
Okay, well, that seems pretty pointed and targeted at a specific employee of yours.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, you know, that's just what I'm feeling. It's a family show, okay? Twitch is for the family, and that's where I want to be. Okay?
Sadvil PM is wondering how old you are, Mr. Boss Baby.
I'm 5
Whoa, wait, really?
months old.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you look really young for 5.
I'm like the big baby everyone's talking about on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, what is the deal with, you guys seen this big baby?
Massive,
Huge baby.
huge baby.
Huge
Really
baby.
huge.
And it's a resounding no for
Oh,
am
wow.
I good with kids.
And what
that
happened
hurts
there?
to see.
Can we describe what happened there?
That really hurts to see.
And we didn't even get the one yes vote in.
Not a solitary one in the yes column.
Well, I suppose that means we have one more. Hopefully,
I guess, yeah, we need a tiebreaker
Bring it
here.
into the positive
Please,
here.
God, let me keep my job.
What will I ask Jonks next? I suppose. Could you see Jonks in political office?
I've never really fancied myself a politician. I kind of see those guys as slimy, but
What was that?
I just like, you know, I wouldn't want to be a politician, but I guess I've always said, like, if you want to be president, that should, like, automatically disqualify you from the job. You know what I mean?
It
It's
doesn't
like,
matter. As long as someone that you love from the media looks like they could be a good president, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, then you think, wow, I'm glad he's on TV because he's the president of my mind and my imagination, where I have the Scorpion King fighting the guy from Be Cool over and over again when I go to sleep.
You think The Rock would make a good president?
I think that he'd be, you know, to have the right charisma for it, and we could just feed him lines through an earpiece or something. I would talk about this with Chris from Everything Now a lot. A lot. And I tell you, I think I'm in the right position here. I think I'm actually pretty smart about it.
Nuclear goo bringing up the point. Actually, I just thought of something. We didn't wibbity wobbity jonks. Your wish is granted by jonks. And yes.
Is it Wibbity Wobbity Jonks it?
Yeah, there's actually, you guys couldn't hear it because it's on the phone, but there's like an automated wibbity wobbity wonks that plays on the caller's side. But we can do that on our end too, just so that that's a good call. We should get that going.
Interesting. Well, listen, I gotta say, I'm gonna close this poll out, and it looks like people think you would be a great president.
Excellent.
And we're gonna go ahead and think of this for future episodes, perhaps in a debate crossover of some sort.
Oh, I would love to do a debate. I can't really move, but if you brought a podium up here.
Jonks, you're safe for now. Until next time, okay?
All right, boss baby, I really hope I don't have to see you again. Oh, he's so fast. You never see him coming because he's so fast. All right, well, glad we got that over with. As you can see, he has disappeared into the mountainside. Well, listen, we got more callers coming. That was my boss, the boss baby. If you check below, there are sound alerts that you can use to trigger another boss evaluation, although I really encourage you not to do that, please. We also have caller evaluations, which only work when somebody is on the line, so hopefully we get another caller soon. Oh, and speak of the devil. Wow, who turned up my phone volume? Hello?
Hello, yes?
Hello?
It is me. It's me. It's okay. You don't have to act like it's a big whole deal, but yes, I am on the line.
I don't have caller ID. Who is this?
This is your favorite, movie mouse?
My favorite movie mouse.
You know,
Ratatouille? He's a rat.
that's a rat.
Mickey. Oh my God. Mickey Mouse. Right?
Oh my god.
No?
No.
Did they do any I feel like they did a few Tom and Jerry movies.
Stuart Little.
Oh, Oh, Stuart Little.
It's me, it's Stuart Little.
Ah,
I'm calling you up, Jonks. I need help.
Stuart Little. Wow. I haven't heard it from you. And when was your last movie?
1999?
99. Wow. So, what is that? 2 decades. What's going on?
We
To
were the
continue
first
this
number
call,
one movie
please
of the
confirm
new
your
millennium.
identity
Yes.
by answering the following
Oh.
security verification
I'm
question.
sorry, Stuart Little. I'm getting a call. You actually have to answer this security question. This is just to confirm that you are Stuart Little. Sometimes we get celebrity callers, or we get people who call in pretending to be celebrities, and so this system automatically
That's ridiculous. That would
comes
never
up.
happen.
Well, I understand, sir, and I'm sure you are the real Stuart Little. It's just a matter of, bureaucracy. And we're getting that question for you right now. Let me see. Who was the one who asked the question? Noxiana. Yeah. Let's see. Stuart, are you friends with Feifel Goes West?
Not since he went west.
Oh, that was sort of the camel or the straw that broke the camel's back for you.
It was over between us. I'm a Upper East Side New Yorker, and he went out to Hollywood. He sold out, man.
Damn. And you're not from Hollywood. You're from New York.
I'm a movie star, but yeah, I'm from New York.
Did you shoot that all on location in New York, or was that any of that sounds?
That was Upper East Side. That was I think Broadway and 73rd. And we shot the rest in Central Park. Yeah.
Wow. Must have been expensive, but you could see all the money on the screen in that movie. Hey, look, I've got that security question for you now. What's your favorite cheese?
Parmesan.
Yep. Yes, you got it. It was a Parmesan. And it looks like this is my God, it really is the real Stuart Little on the line.
It's me
All right, well, Stuart,
in the flesh.
first of all, it's an honor speaking to you. I had Elliot Gould on earlier this evening, so I can't say I don't talk to celebrities all the time, but, you are truly one of the greats in your category.
I've had better days, Jonks. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, I suppose it's been probably a little bit of a hiatus for you since '99 with the movie. What have you been working on?
Not too much. Recently, I lost my job. The cheese store, they fired me. I used to make artisanal cheeses, and that's no longer in business anymore.
Oh, so after you got out of the acting game, you kind of transitioned to cheese making?
That was the main, yeah, that's what I hopped right into. It's been tough to find work as, a tiny mouse who keeps on falling into things and getting into various hijinks.
Now, are you aware that in 2005 they made an animated Stuart Little? I don't know if they called you for that, or I assumed you were at least offered to do the role, but did you know that?
I didn't. No,
Stuart
that's
Little
actually
3.
Really upsetting to me. I think it's the Disney people. I signed away all my rights to my image, and they did an animated version, and I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, dude, if I had a nickel for every time I heard about someone signing away their life rights and then it coming around to bite them in the ass, I'd have a few nickels. Hey, look, anyway, guy, I feel bad for you. I don't want to say I feel bad for you because I'm sure you're doing it. Is that your car in the background of your photo that you have here?
That used to be my car, the Roadster.
Yeah, was that a prop car or did you actually get to keep that thing?
Oh, that was my car. I brought that. I said we are filming with this car. This car this is gonna get into the movie. This is my car. Chicks dig it. We have to get this into the movie.
And when you say chicks, do you mean adult female women or literal tiny chicks that are like your size?
Oh, all sorts of people.
Okay.
Across the spectrum.
And did you have that car custom made to be tiny like you, or is that like a Hot Wheel, or what's the deal with the tiny car?
That was custom made. Yes, thank you.
Wow, so it
you
like
for asking.
worked and everything.
And car payments on that set me back. That was all my movie money, just paying off that car, and then the rest went into all cheese.
You spent your whole salary from the Stuart Little movies on the car?
Yeah, it was custom made.
I suppose. I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's gauche to ask, but what did you bring home for those?
About $35.
$35. Oh my God.
It's a lot of money. When you're as small as me, that's a lot of money.
I didn't realize that it was relative to your size. But I guess that kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it.
And listen, mice don't live long. At the end, I'm up there in years.
How old are you these days?
I'm 2.5.
2.5. Wait a minute. Hold on. Sound like mouse? Because your movie came out in '99, so I was trying to do the math. Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I got it. It's probably mouse ears or something like that. Okay, so let's back up. I feel like we got a lot of irons in the fire here. I'm getting distracted. I don't get to talk to movie stars all that often. What is the wish?
Jonks, I bet you can guess what I want. I've lived my whole life as Stuart Little.
Yes.
I want it. Jonks, make me big.
You want to be big. Like from the
I know
movie?
you can do it. You gave it to that freak, Tom Hanks. I know you can give it to me.
Well, that was actually a friend of mine. What is his name? Zoltan, I think is his name.
Futon?
No, Futon is, I think they're like cousins or something. They're definitely related, but Futon did not do the big. Futon, there's no way they would have cast him in a movie. That guy is a freak. But yeah, you're thinking of the movie Tom Hanks was in, Big, with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Was it you?
That wasn't me, but I could definitely pull something off similar to that.
You should have gotten paid for that too. Did Disney screw you?
Wow, that hadn't even occurred to me until you just said that. But there are some similarities between me and I keep wanting to call him Voltron. His name is not. It's Zoltan, right? Zoltar. Zoltar. Not Voltron is like the robot that it's kind of like.
Like the Power Rangers, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not Power Rangers though, is it? I think it's its own thing. Is it?
It's its own thing, but they do the same thing.
They do, yeah. They do the like the Megazord from Power Rangers. It's a trope. The like small robots combining to make a bigger robot.
All right, so Josh, I just want to be clear.
I think Zoids did that. Anyway, yeah.
Little is just my last name. Right?
Oh.
Normal size for a mouse. I'm a normal size mouse. Little just happens to be my last name.
Right.
But you need to make me big here. I'm sick of the cats are harassing me. I can't get work. All of these people, they're suddenly worried about hygiene all of a sudden. They said I don't want a mouse handling my cheese. I need to be big. I need big arms. I need to carry stuff. I want a full-size car. I want the whole kit and caboodle, except take out any kids.
So when we're talking big, yes, Mythical Phoenix 19 is already kind of on my wavelength here. Are we talking like big for a mouse or like human size or like big for a human? Like where are we falling on the spectrum of big here?
I'd like to be, if you could do this for me, I would like to be 1 inch taller than adult Jonathan Lipnicki.
Okay, wait. Let me have my assistant do some googling. I've got her in my ear right here. Jonathan Lipnicki. Wait, Jonathan Lipnicki adult is only 5'7". So
yeah, I want to be 1 inch taller.
Okay, so you want to be short for the average adult. Well, I don't know. Is 5'8"? I feel like what is average for adult man?
It's probably globally average.
Globally average 5'8" is probably around average for an adult man. Okay, so you want to be huge for a mouse, but on the smaller-ish side for a man.
Just so when we have the 25-year, the anniversary, director's commentary with me and Jonathan Lipnicki, I can sit there and I can say, Oh, you're looking good, Jonathan. You got ripped somehow in the meantime, but oh, you're 1 inch shorter than me.
And you want to still be, Mythical Phoenix is wondering, you still want to be a mouse though, right? You don't want to just become a, okay, so you just want to be.
That's actually a really offensive question, Jox.
Well, it's not my question, it's from Mythical Phoenix 19, and I agree. I mean, look,
Is something wrong with being a mouse all of a sudden?
Not at all. I mean, you do you, homie. But that's the kid from Stuart Little. Yeah, Boost is just. Yes, Boost. Jonathan Lipnicki is the guy from. Yes. Okay, so I foresee a problem here, Mr. Stuart Little. If you become big, how are you supposed to transport yourself around town? Your car will still be little. And that's an interesting point for motion design.
Uber.
Okay, so you're just gonna eat the losses on the customized. Well, I guess it only costs $35. So if you're making human Lipnicki dollars after you're big, you should be able to recoup that pretty quick.
Yeah, actually, can I make an addendum to my wish?
Yeah, we haven't put it to a vote yet, so this is still
Okay.
sort of the development phase of the wish.
I'd like to be 1 inch taller than Jonathan Lipnicki, and I want $34. I can at least buy a new car.
Okay, that is sort of like an add-on wish, and there's been some debate on the gray area between what constitutes two separate wishes, so I may have to consult the council to see if we can do make you 5'9", or make you 5'8", and also give you $34. But let me check with the council. Council, what do we think? Do we want to do a twofer on this? Is that cool, or do we just want to do one or the other? Lipnicki dollars, don't know what that means. Just to hurt Lipnicki, I'll vote he's all good. Okay, someone seems to have some sort of vendetta against Lipnicki. Separate votes. Okay, interesting, just one. Wow, really polarizing.
I can tell there's a lot of mouse prejudice in your chat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak for them, but it does seem like there was a general vibe of distrust that sort of came over the council once you came onto the scene. And I just want to speak for myself here and say that's not about what I'm about. You know, I'm made of stone, so like, who am I to judge? Okay, someone's saying kill the rodent, which was not an option. All right, I think it's only one. I think people are saying they only want to give you, and to be fair.
So I have to choose between my two wishes now?
Yeah, you would have to either have to get $34 or grow to be 5'8", 1 inch taller than human star of Stuart Little, Jonathan Lipnicki, who is 5'7" as an adult man.
Oh, God. Oh, this is.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the $34.
Okay, so you're gonna go, okay, just the 34. And I do want to make it clear, you can wish for more money. I had a woman on here earlier who started out wanting to wish for a refund for a $7.99 pizza and ended up wishing for, actually we shouldn't mention what she actually wished for, but I'm just saying.
No, go ahead.
She just wanted to fulfill a fantasy of hers that it's a personal thing, and I wasn't even allowed to ask questions. I feel strange even bringing it back up, but all I'm saying is you can wish for way more than $34 if money is sort of the thing that you're going for.
Well, I really only need this car.
I suppose that's right, but I mean now if you're not going to be growing, you can keep the car.
The car was repossessed, Jonks.
Oh, the car was repossessed. Yeah. That's right. I forgot because your business went under because of all the what's happening.
Yeah, that's all correct.
Oh, that's actually something that I would like to know. Is the virus affecting the mouse and rodent world? Has it crossed over to the interspecies? Because humans are really getting rocked by this thing.
It's thank you for asking. It's been pretty great for us. I lost my job, but the subways are empty right now. I'm free to go around and scavenge and get pizza. That pizza's really a rat thing, but I can get pizza if I want. And it's all been pretty good for us.
Oh, well, okay, I guess good for you. It sort of feels weird to like say like that's good because for us, well, I shouldn't say for us. I'm not a human. I can't get affected by the virus either.
There are
But
silver linings. I think we can all acknowledge
Sure,
that
sure.
there are
Silver linings.
There's, people, maybe they're safer when they're going to visit JONKS or something like that. I'm just speculating.
sure, sure. All right. Well, listen, Stuart. I want to get this up to a vote. We're settled on you're wishing for $34. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Cool. Let's go ahead, Council. Go ahead and type a 1 in the chat if you would like to grant Stuart Little's wish of having $34. And if you don't want him to have $34, go ahead and press no. And either way, I feel like, when you go to that reunion, if that does happen, hold your head high, even if it's down low, close to the ground, because
You know,
you're a successful guy. You're a star still in some ways.
I'm just realizing, I could have asked to be Hugh Laurie height. A lot of people forget that Hugh Laurie was in Stuart Little. He was, my father in that movie. It could have been Hugh Laurie height. That would have been real nice.
Wow, I gotta rewatch that movie because I do not remember Hugh Laurie being the dad. He's the dad?
He's the dad. Gina Davis is the mom.
Wow. That's a pretty strong house. Was he already doing House at that point?
No, he wasn't.
That was pre-House?
That was pre-House.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it would be pretty weird if you only knew Hugh Laurie from House and then you went to the movies and he's Stuart Little's dad. That'd probably be like a vibe check.
Some people really say that it was Stuart Little that helped him get House.
Yes, I would like to rewatch the movie now knowing that and then see if I can draw any similarities between the characters. That might be interesting. And it looks like, oh wow, another real close one. Really, really polarizing, these last two votes. We're just gonna try to grab a tiebreaker. It looks like we got it. And Stuart, I'd like to congratulate you. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna do the chant for this one because someone reminded me, I think it was Nuclear Goo reminded me we haven't been doing the wish granting chant. So if you're in the chat, please help me to grant this humongous wish of $34 going to Stuart Little by chanting with me, Wibbity Wobbity Wonks, your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity Wobbity Wonks, your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity, yes, thank you, motion design. EJ says no, and it doesn't matter. The magic is more powerful than you, EJ424. Wibbity Wobbity Wonks. Your wish has been granted by JONKS. And check your bank account.
It's here. You quick paid me.
Yes. Yeah, we got
Thank
like a
you.
direct deposit thing going. It used to take like 4 business days, but we got that stuff sorted out. So now it's a lot faster.
Thank you, JONKS. Thank you, Council. I will be off in my new roadster.
Hey, enjoy, my friend. Goodbye. Wow. That was a nice wish. See, those are the types of wishes I like to grant. They don't involve underage YouTube stars. They involve old, I don't want to say old. He could be in a movie tomorrow if he put his mind to it, but a familiar face from a bygone era. We have done terrible things here tonight, says Jones. And I think we've only done really maybe one terrible thing. I feel good about the Stuart Little thing. I think that's going to turn out okay. Anyway, folks, if you're just joining us, it's me, JONKS. I'm here. I'm granting wishes like I usually do, except for I have to do it over the phone because of the whole social distancing thing. But I'm getting used to it. My phone etiquette is maybe needs some work, but slowly but surely I'm making it work. If you don't know, I already had one job evaluation with my boss, the boss baby. Passed that one with flying colors, thankfully. Hopefully he does not return, but there are sound alerts in the panels below that you can use to trigger one of those or some other interesting things that happen during the calls. Speaking of the calls, I think, oh, yep, there's another one. Yes, we also made Elliot Gould feel bad. I forgot about that slap factory. Hello?
Hey, Jonks, yo, what's up?
Hey, yo, what's up? Who is this?
Yo, this is Peter Glassman, class of 2024, UC Irvine.
Oh, I didn't graduate. I didn't go to UC Irvine. Are you saying what?
No, I go to UC Irvine. I know you don't go to UC Irvine because you're like Iraq and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I guess why mention that you are at UC Irvine? Are you like a class president or something?
No, man, just honor your pride, yo.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Represent.
Yeah, no, it's been kind of rough these few weeks, but we're pulling through. Just me and the boys.
You're a freshman?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to say what I am now because, society doesn't really matter anymore. But, technically, before this happened, yeah, I was a freshman, so.
Are you in the dorms? Or I guess, were you in the dorms?
Yeah, I was in the dorms. Now I'm living back in my mom's pool house, so that's been pretty chill.
Oh, that sounds chill. Pool house life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly. Water.
No doubt, dude. Are you like working at all, or?
Yeah, so it's crazy. I actually had a social media internship lined up at Cricket Wireless, but I had to let it go, man, because everything closed. So now I'm just kind of just chilling in the pool,
Damn, that would have been tight though to be a, what was it, social media intern at Cricket Wireless?
Yeah. I was gonna be the guy who stands in during the shoots when they have those poofy things. I was gonna be the poofy thing in a green screen suit and take pictures and post it on our channel.
Damn, that would have been sick.
Yeah, man, I was gonna get credit for it and everything, but we'll rebuild, man. We'll rebuild.
Are you like a communications major, or what career path are you hoping to get on with that kind of internship?
Honestly, man, I'm undeclared at the moment. I'm kind of just trying to feel it out, my dad is the CEO of Jackbox Games and my mom's the head of customer service at Blackwater. So honestly, I got some doors open up for me, but I'm just trying to just feel it out. Kind of hard out.
Wait. You say your dad is the CEO of Jackbox Games and your mom does what at Blackwater?
She's the head of customer service.
Isn't Blackwater like the? Don't they not exist anymore? Weren't they like a private militia group from the Iraq War or something?
Honestly, I'd have to ask my mom about that. I don't really know too much about it, just because again, I'm in the pool house, so I don't really know a lot about what they do.
I'm pretty sure they got disbanded for war crimes.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly kind of just play more Jackbox than anything. I don't really know a lot about Blackwater.
Oh, for sure. What's your favorite?
Yeah.
I like what's the one where everybody writes it's kind of like Apples to Apples or what is that game? Quiplash. Hell yeah, dude.
Bro.
Quiplash is sick.
Yeah, man, it's pretty sick.
Drawful, that's one I think.
Yeah, Drawful's cool. It's just I don't really like drawing, so I like words. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a guy who can appreciate literature.
Yeah, man.
Have you thought about becoming maybe an English major?
No, man. Honestly, I'm really more into music right now. That's actually kind of why I came up here. Came on the show. I just had a wish or whatever. Yeah. So I was rushing this frat, Sigma Phi Epsilon or whatever, and before this happened, I may or may not have told them that I could get them into Coachella because Coachella happens in my backyard. But then Coachella got canceled, so I'm just wondering if you could make Coachella just appear for an hour.
You want me to create Coachella, the music festival, in your backyard, but only for 1 hour?
Yeah, just so I can, run pictures, throw it up social, let Cricket Wireless know I'm still, keeping busy during this time. just in case they try to circle back. But, like, more importantly, I just need to let the frat know that, like, even though I can join now, maybe in fall they'll let me in.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, that is pretty doable. And to be honest, I appreciate someone who's actually trying to use my powers. The last few people that have come up have asked for like $9 or $34, and this is the use of a wish that I can get behind. So to kind of get this music festival together, I might need some details for you to put the wish together. Who would be headlining at this Coachella?
Honestly, I'm really glad you asked, because, like, I know it was supposed to be, like, Frank Ocean and, like, Travis Scott or whatever, but honestly, I've been really into, like, classic rock lately, so I'm thinking maybe, like, Panic at the Disco instead.
Headlining.
It's been, like, yeah, I mean, like, just get back, maybe, like, get, like, a reunion concert going with maybe, like, I don't know, like, Fall Out Boy,
Kings of Leon, we're getting suggested.
Yeah.
Your feedback is important to
The
us.
Shins,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you
Killers.
rate this call?
Oh, I don't mean to cut you off, Peter. I'm taking down these bands you're listing, but we do have to do a call quality check right now. So this is just where the callers can rate how I've been doing so far, how your experience has been in the wish granting process. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience so far?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is like, okay, so like when I'm at my pool house, I'm at like an 8, and like I'm in my pool house talking to you, which isn't chill, so I'm gonna say this is like still like a 7 point.
A 7.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like slightly below normal pool house, but like still good numbers, man, still good numbers.
So you're saying that if you weren't on the phone with me, your experience would be better because you would just be in your pool house, but because you are having to talk to me, your experience is slightly worse.
Yeah, I mean, I just be like more zen. Like, usually around time is when I'm starting to like end for the night, just going through some of my blogs and like just thinking about what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. So like, it's nothing against you, man. It's nothing personal. I give a 7.5 to anything right now. You, my mom, my dog, anyone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna include all of those notes in the eval, and hopefully the boss baby is cool with that. But thank you, I appreciate your feedback. So we've got a lineup that's looking pretty good for your 1 hour localized backyard Coachella. And is there anything in particular that you are gonna be doing? Do you want to be like hosting it, or are you just kind of gonna hang out and check out the bands?
Honestly, like it'd be pretty lit if maybe like at the beginning of every set, the bands go like, "Yo, thanks a lot, Peter," and also you should totally be in Signify X at EC Earth because you are a good dude and Ticket Wireless should put on you. Like if they could just say that each band like when they start, I don't need to like be in charge or anything. But, just to have that.
Peter, I don't mean to cut you off again, but my boss, the boss baby, just arrived.
What's going on? Hello, Peter.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Say hi to your mother for me.
Cool.
Peter, this is my boss, the boss baby. He's here to do a job evaluation for me, and I'm assuming that he's probably going to want some feedback from you. Mr. Boss Baby, this is Peter Glassman. He is sort of he is kind of a freshman at UCI, but everything's sort of in limbo right now.
I'm familiar.
Okay, well, I just figured I'd get you guys acquainted.
I'm a big fan of your mother's work. Now, well, geez, I was supposed to evaluate you, but how's this gonna work? My question was gonna be for the audience. Do you think JONKS should get a Tic Tac?
Peter, do you think I should get a TikTok?
Oh, I mean, honestly, TikTok is pretty chill. I just don't know if like you would be able to like fit on the screen just on account of the fact that you're a rock, but like I don't know. I've seen weirder stuff. Like there's this one TikTok that's just like a bunch of like weird faces in the dark that this girl makes, and then she wears like a Bernie Sanders shirt, but she's pretty hot, so like I don't know, like you really just gotta like figure out what your brand is, man.
You don't think I could be like a hot e-girl?
Should we be selling
Honestly,
Jonks bathwater?
I mean, you just got to kind of build that up, you know? I mean, that doesn't happen overnight. Like, because right now I look at you and I think, yo, you're like a rock who talks. That's like my initial, like, my gut instinct.
That's
you know
your
what I'm saying?
initial read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Like, just hear me out here. Like, and this just popped in my head.
Okay.
You're a rock. Tick-tock. Tick-rock?
Whoa.
This
That's on
kid's
the
got it.
house.
This
That's
kid's
on
got
the
it.
house.
And we can have that? You're just going to give that to us?
Yo, honestly, I just really hope that Cricket Wireless is watching because those are the kind of ideas that you can expect from me going forward.
Pete, if the fucks at Cricket Wireless and the WWE don't get back to you, you have a place in our industry, okay? You'll be a solid
Oh.
intern in the social media department.
Lit. Yo, thank you.
Look at that. We're making moves already. And we're going to close that poll. And it looks like the chat has decided
Ouch.
that I should not get a TikTok.
Big
But
ouch. There you
No,
go.
it's not for everyone, man. Don't worry. Sometimes you just miss the boat. You just gotta wait for the next app. There'll be something for you, man.
There goes the big demographic of 13 to 84. 24, rather.
well, you know, something tells me that I'm going to be really unpopular with a very specific demographic of one particular 13-year-old boy after this. So that's maybe not the worst thing.
Second question. Should Jonks be a meme?
Okay, and I don't fully know. Peter, are there any particular memes that you really like or things that I could emulate in the meme world that resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think, man. Like, what would look good on you? You know, I really like that one with like the penguin that's like going crazy because like someone did something like socially awkward. But then I remembered like you're not a penguin, you're a rock. So, oh, you know what you'd be good at? Because like you give people advice, right? You'd be like that duck that gives people advice. You should be a duck.
Are you talking about like,
Impact Funk memes?
yeah, wait, I feel like that is like super old school meme
Well, I'm just.
territory.
But
Like,
how old are
right?
you, man? I was just trying to model more based off of your demo.
Ouch.
I'm like many thousands of years old.
Okay. So yeah, like that's about the same.
I guess, yeah, in internet years, like 2006 may as well have been many thousands of years ago, so I guess that tracks for me. And this one is a very split vote, it seems like, on whether or not I
Just
should
get one
be a
more
meme.
vote. One
We're
more
just
vote.
waiting on a
You do the
tiebreaker.
trick.
And they're really holding out.
Peter, are you gonna go on the undie run this year?
Dude, you know it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Big fan.
And it looks like we're going to close out that poll. And yes, I will become a meme. And I think I'll take your advice, Peter Glassman. And if somebody wants to create some sort of meme where I'm giving advice, that would be meme-tastic. Is that cool to say?
Honestly, man, if you think it's cool and it's in your brand, then it's cool.
Damn. Low bar. All right, Peter, what is your wish? Oh, right, it was a Coachella thing.
I'm out of here, by the way. Thank you, Peter.
Goodbye,
Hey,
boss
Keep
baby.
it lit, boss baby. Thanks, man.
Wow, that motor is loud. You don't hear him coming,
Yeah.
but when he goes,
I always forget that that's like a car and it's not cloud.
yeah, it's confusing. You'd think because it looks like a cloud, you'd think it would be like a silent kind of like magical twinkling sound or something, but just a full diesel engine in that sucker.
Yeah, no, it's a V8 in there at least.
Oh yeah, that thing rips. All right, so it's Coachella. We got our lineup. We got you out there just kind of hanging, chilling.
Socializing, you know, just making sure, trying to get my name out there, floating out there.
Yeah, networking.
Yeah.
And is there any other aspect of this wish that we did not cover?
Just that, you know, honestly, it would mean a lot to me. Just because, you know, I've gone through a lot this year, just between, you know, Blackwater and Cricket Wireless.
And Blackwater, I feel like, again, happened years ago, and that they have not existed. I think they changed their name. It was kind of like a Cambridge Analytica situation where they stopped using the same name but kept doing the same, like, evil, illegal stuff.
Sure, man. Yeah, I mean that's like your take on it. I buy it, man. If that's what you say, sure.
I don't want to make it a fight. Look, I'm sure your mom's a nice lady, and I love Jackbox games. So it's like, you know, to each their own. I'm sure every family's got their skeletons, but we can
Wait,
focus
did
on this.
Blackwater become Jackbox? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I hope not. That would be crazy because I've given them a lot of money.
Actually, huh. Yeah, I must have been playing a lot of Jackbox lately. Huh.
Maybe they're like data mining now. I don't know. Listen, we're gonna put this to a vote.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna
Guys,
go ahead and consult
please
the
send me
council.
Coachella.
Yes, please, council, let us know. Should we grant Peter Glassman's wish to have his own 1-hour Coachella in his backyard? And just to remind everybody, Peter is currently a freshman or like a, I don't know what to call you.
I'm like a sophomore right now.
A
'cause I'm like in
sophomore.
between.
Yeah, that's good. Softman's good.
Yeah, it's been hard, man. It's been hard. We all been going through a lot, so.
How old are you,
Appreciate
Peter?
I'm 19.
19. Good year.
What were you like when you were 19, Jonks?
Oh man, I was just a little stone. Yeah, just 19. I mean, that was thousands of years ago. I was just a tiny pebble.
Yeah.
Cute though. Real cute. I mean, now I've kind of got that like grizzled, you know, like you mature into your looks, but.
No, I mean, like, you definitely look like you haven't gotten a haircut in a while, and that's like a good thing, though.
Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah.
very sweet of you to say. And someone is saying in the chat that you are an old-looking 19-year-old.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. You know, I'm pretty mature for my age. Actually, when I was at my interview for Cricket Wireless, they thought I was interviewing for head of security. But I was just there for a social media intern because, like, you know, I'm only 19. But yeah, I get that a lot. If I have a beard, sometimes people think that I am possibly 37 or 14.
Oh, wow. I bet that comes in handy when you're trying to, like, sneak into bars around campus. Am I right, Peter?
Constantly. That's also another thing I bring to the table for Sigma Phi.
Oh, oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're in the frat. That'll be huge for the frat.
Well,
I
no,
gotta
I'm
imagine.
trying, man. I'm trying.
Ah, you're
I'm really hoping
rushing.
that this is what tips me over, yeah.
You're right. Well, if you could throw your own Coachella, I would say, I mean, I'm no frat man, but I would let you in my frat.
You should totally be in the frat, Jonks. You do it.
Oh, who, me? You think I could, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I've never thought about rushing.
Listen, man, you want to come next year to UCI, you sign up and enroll. If I'm in Sigma Phi, I'll totally back it, man.
Oh my God. Well, that is very cool of you, Peter. Thank you. And
Last one promise, bro.
to show my appreciation for that invitation, I'm going to go ahead and grant your wish to hold a 1-hour private Coachella in your backyard.
That's awesome, man. I'm going to get you a wristband. I'm going to get you backstage passes. I'm going to get you into the Cricket Wireless booth. It's going to be sick, man.
That is going to be tight as hell, dude. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to do the chant real quick. I have to say this chant every time I grant wishes. It's kind of part of the thing. So, Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. And look at that. It's granted.
That's lit, man. Oh my God, there's a Ferris wheel in my backyard, bro.
Yes, look outside. What's going on?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It's happening right now. You only have 1 hour, Peter. Get out there. Live your life.
I'm going. Oh shit, it's right now? Okay, I'm going.
The clock starts ticking now, Peter. Enjoy. Wow, that felt cool. Finally, some young, cool, hot people coming up to the mountain. Not some weird, I mean, I guess some people were, I shouldn't say that. There were some really cool people who came. I got Elliot freaking Gould, Stuart Little. Mostly it was just that scary old lady who kind of harshed the mellow this night. But, you know, she was a sweetheart. You can't all be winners. Sounds like he had his hat on backwards, says Sadvil. And yes, it's hard to say exactly what you mean, but I know what you mean. Motion Design says, won't say it. Motion Design, I guess, was against this wish. Motion Design says, in retrospect, I wish we were nicer to Keegan Hawk. Oh yeah, I forgot about Keegan Hawk. Yeah, well, you know, Hard to feel sorry for a guy whose dad is literally Tony Hawk. I mean, that sounds freaking sweet. Did the employees in charge of the safety railing get laid off? Sad. Yes. IOST, it's your snowman. Right now it's not an issue because nobody's climbing the mountain because of social distancing, so the safety railing is not really being used, but those guys, I think they're technically temporarily laid off during the hiatus, and when we get the all clear for social distancing, they're gonna get brought back on. They should be getting unemployment benefits though. I'm not in charge of that. Oh look, we got another call. Another call coming in. Hello, you're on with Jonky, baby. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, yes, this is Jonks. Who am I speaking to?
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi, yes, this is Jonks. Who am I speaking with?
I'm Bartholomew.
You're Bartholomew?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Hello, Bartholomew. How can I help you?
All right. I got a wish.
Okay.
You ready for it?
I suppose so, sure.
Right. Okay. So you know how the Stuart Little movies came out?
Yes, there was one in 1999, and then there was a third animated one that came out in, I think, like 2005.
Obviously. Well, those movies did a lot of good PR for the mouse community.
Yeah.
Like way too good. Like humans everywhere but mice. They love them. They think they're cute. They don't scream and go, "Oh my God, some vermin, a rodents!" every time they kind of appear. And I think it's time the rat community got the same treatment.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, you want sort of your own Stuart Little style franchise to increase the popularity and boost the public relations of the rat community?
Exactly. Because it's like, it's just unfair, you know? Like, we're from the same family. We're both kind of skittish and we both scuttle around. And I'm just tired of being perceived as bad because what is bad and what is good. I'm tired of being perceived as the bad rodent.
Well, our council member, Just a Tiny Taste, or I'm sorry, Nuclear Goo is making an interesting point. Didn't Ratatouille kind of already do this, like do good PR for rats? He was a world-class chef.
Yeah, but what about the ones that have no talent? Like, I don't want to have to prove my worth, you know? Like, Ratatouille, like, he had a skill. He had a marketable skill that he could put on a resume, and I'm just kind of here.
Okay, well, do you have any skills? Is there anything that you like doing, Bartholomew?
Like eating trash.
Okay, that's something.
I like to, when people are working on their gardens, I like to run across their brick walls out of the ivy and across their line of sight. They don't like that much, but I do.
Okay, well that could be a thing. Maybe you could be like the Ratatouille of eating trash and running across brick walls.
Okay, I mean, I'm very good at it. People don't like my like slurpy tail. You know, it's like it kind of just like if you're running out of the sewer and maybe like up somebody's pant leg, your little slurpy tail kind of goes around it. They're not a big fan of that.
You know, somebody in the chat earlier was asking, you have a pretty distinct accent. Are you from Boston?
I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Like, that's kind of the rat way. You ever seen Fievel Goes West?
I'm familiar with it, but it's been a long time.
We kind of migrate and we pick up bits and pieces along the way, so my accent could be anywhere from, Boston or maybe some other northeastern states, maybe a little bit of twang here and there.
Yeah, I can hear, I mean, I do hear little bits and pieces of everything. Someone from our council mentioned the end of Departed, The Departed.
Yeah.
There's a rat in that, and since you kind of have a Boston-y accent there, we were thinking maybe you weren't in The Departed. You're not the rat from The Departed, are you?
No, I tragically have no IMDb credits, but you may recognize my work from the back alley of the restaurant that you work at, or maybe in the trap underneath the garbage disposal in your sink. I've done a lot of extensive work.
So you are not the rat from Endgame that saves Ant-Man then, I take it.
No, that's tragically not me as well.
And you didn't have an extra role in Willard?
Although one time they were filming down the street an episode of CSI, and I was like, "Whoa, look at that over there!" And I kind of skittled toward the set, and they were like, "You gotta get out of here." And I was like, "Fair enough, I'm not union."
Hey, well, that's a Hollywood story right there. Just because you weren't on set doesn't mean you can't be part of Hollywood, baby.
Exactly, baby.
Well, listen, Bartholomew, I'm happy to try to grant a wish for you. I just want to make sure that you are already aware of Ratatouille, and if that's still your wish, we could talk about creating your own movie franchise. Is there a particular name you had in mind for this film?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess we're kind of crafting a propaganda piece, which I'm perfectly fine with, but, I would love if it was kind of like a trick, like, if it was like, rat, question mark, they're all that, you know?
Thank you,
So like
we
a
eat the
rhyme.
money,
Whoa,
yes,
and
yum,
look at
yum.
that. Snowman. Eost, how do you say your name? Eost Snowman, thank you for the $6.90. And Bartholomew, I like that name. I like the rhyme aspect of it. I think that's fun.
Thanks. I really use my noggin, you know? I'm not all trash and bones.
Yeah, earlier you said that all you're good at is eating trash and running across brick walls, but perhaps there's a Hollywood screenwriter buried deep in there somewhere.
Oh, I mean, I've never, my body is not, is too small to hold a pen. My little grabbers kind of just slip through a stylus, but maybe I could tippity tap on a keyboard my meaning.
Well, I mean, do you want to change your wish to having a successful screenwriting career, or perhaps this movie that you're wishing for now, you could get a writer star credit, like writer-director credit? I don't know, I'm just spitballing here.
It seems like a little bit of a twofer. If I liberate the rats, maybe I get an Oscar nod. But I feel like I gotta do good for my people at large.
Well, that is very philanthropic, very selfless of you, Bartholomew, to not be thinking of yourself, but for your entire species. I feel like the human race could learn a thing or two about that.
Of course, I mean, do you know what a rat king is?
No. Do you want to explain that for me?
It's when a bunch of us rats get in a big old kind of discussion, but we all start going at it, and all of our tails get tied together so that we become one large mass that moves around, kind of like the Thing, or any other kind of amorphous creature, and so we become a giant blob, and we all can't decide which way to run because our tails are tied together, and we usually starve to death.
Oh, gross. Well, listen, we've got a couple other questions in here. This one's more of a comment from Jones. He says, I had 2 rats as a kid. One ate the other's head off. And is there anything you'd like to comment or respond to that with?
Yeah, Jones, what were their names? Jones, if you could just let me know what your 2 rats' names were, that would clear up a lot of mystery for me.
Yeah, Jones, go ahead and let us know what the names of the rats were. And Lost Snowman, thank you for clarifying the pronunciation of your name. I will refer to you now as Lost Snowman. Apologies for calling you Iost Snowman. That doesn't make any sense. Just a tiny says, just a tiny taste says.
iOS to No Man, like a iOS update to No Man.
To now, man. I don't know. It's Lost Snowman, they clarified it. And Just a Tiny Test says, shouldn't have gotten their heads eaten off. And
That's an excellent point.
that's a pretty strong point, yeah. No response yet from Jones about the names of, oh, don't remember the names, but the second one grew a tumor the size of his own body and died. So,
See, that's what I'm talking about. No respect. I'm a rat, and you're telling me that you had 2 rats that you can't even remember their names? I bet if you had a dog, you would remember the name, and that's just disrespectful.
yeah, wow, pretty good point there by Bartholomew. I think we could all learn a thing or two from the fact that nobody can remember this cancerous rat's name. Motion Design says, easy to judge a head eating. We don't know the circumstances. Could have been a deal gone wrong. Who knows? And that's a great point, yeah.
An excellent point. I mean, we are shifty creatures by nature. We scheme, but it's usually for the greater good. But no one asks us, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they say history is written by those who don't get their heads eaten off by their
Those
fellow
who eat
rats.
the garbage.
Yeah,
Right.
yes, and that is the old proverb. Well, Bartholomew, I think we're going to go ahead and put this to a vote with our council. Should we grant Bartholomew's wish to have his own Stuart Little type franchise for the rats? Do you feel like that's an accurate representation of your wish?
Yeah, I deserve a tiny car, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Stuart Little was actually on here earlier.
I want a tiny Ford Bronco that I can just run around in, you know?
Like the OJ car?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sure, more power to you. You'd probably want, I guess if you'd want to avoid doing a sports car like the Roadster, since that's kind of Stuart Little's thing.
I want a Jackie style, you know? I got my own kind of steez.
Yeah, I can tell that just by the way you talk. You've got a certain swagger to you.
I think it's changed about 6 times since we've started this conversation, but it's ever evolving just like me.
Well, like you said, you're from all over the place, so it makes sense that your accent would kind of shift.
I'm tumbleweed.
Yes, a proverbial tumbleweed. And it looks like we've got, a suggestion here for Motion Design for which type of car. What about a Cadillac, a nice caddy?
I was partial to the Ford Bronco, but Cadillacs are pretty nice. Only if it's got a nice leather interior.
All about that leather interior. And I assume that you would have it shrunk down and custom made to be your size like they did with Stuart Little's Roadster, yeah?
Definitely not. I want to be driving a full-size person car so that I can take up space I deserve to take up.
Oh, wow. Well, how would you pull that off? I mean, the gas pedal is way down by the feet and the wheel would be way up high, and then that's not even considering having to shift gears. How would you manage that?
Never seen Muppet Christmas Carol?
No, I actually haven't seen Muppet Christmas
All
Carol.
right. Well, the rats work together to put away all of the accounting books for Ebenezer Scrooge. So I imagine it'd be one of those scenarios where there's a long line of rats acting as a left leg that push in the clutch, and a long line of rats that act as a right leg that hit the gas and the brake. And there's a long line of rats coming from my right arm that operate the shifty gears, and then there's a long line of rats from my left leg, or left arm, pardon, to operate the wheel, and then a long line of rats that operate as a neck, and then I'm sitting on top to see the road.
Gotcha. So like a Voltron made of rats.
Precisely. I couldn't have put it better myself.
All right. Well, that actually was a description brought to us by our friend Nuclear Goo. So well said, Nuclear Goo. And it looks like we've just about made up our mind on granting this wish. Congratulations, Bartholomew. The council has spoken and they have decided that you will be getting your movie that is kind of like a Stuart Little movie but for rats.
Thank God.
The only thing left to do now is to do the slogan or the magical words or whatever we want to call it. Here we go. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by Jonks. And look at that. Your wish has been granted.
I feel different.
Yes, check IMDb.
Oh my God. I
Yep.
have a screenwriting credit.
Yes, you wrote the movie.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Jerks.
Congratulations, it was my pleasure, Bartholomew.
Alright, I'm gonna go become the famous rat I was always meant to be.
Sounds good. Live your life, Bartholomew. Farewell.
Living my truth.
Goodbye. Wow, what a night. What a nice one to go out on. I felt good about that. You know, sometimes it gets to be the end of an evening of granting wishes and you get some freak or some real monster that you really don't want to grant the wish of, but that seemed like a cool rat. I feel good about that one. Almost makes up for that horrible mistake we may have made with that old woman and that YouTube star. I don't want to keep talking about it, but it seems to just be the only thing I can think of. Oh my God. All right, it seems like we're getting some sort of last minute call here. I don't know. I mean, it's almost time to wrap up. Who could be on? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, yes, who is this?
This is Elizabeth Warren as a minion.
Oh, okay, wrong number. I think that's the
this?
wrong. It's Jonks. I mean, it's no one. Don't.
Oh, okay, I gotta go.
You
Sorry,
gotta go.
Wrong number.
You gotta get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, that was Elizabeth Warren as a minion. That has to be the signal to wrap it up. Can't just have one nice episode without some absolute freak coming on the line. God damn it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, you will never
Whoa,
escape.
Lost Snowman coming in with the last minute sub. Thank you. That was very sweet. Thank you all. Thank you, Jones __ Motion Design, Sadvil, Just a Tiny Taste, new to this 1993. Of course, Lost Snowman, thank you so much for the sub as well as the donation. Everybody else, lurkers, people who haven't chatted in the last 5 seconds, so I can't read their names. Thank you all for joining us. Whoa!
Santa came early this year.
Just a Tiny Taste coming in clutch with the 5 gifted subs. God damn, it's a good night to be a Jonks. That was clutch. Patreon reject, thank you. Jimmy Jam, thank you. P777137, love that name. Oh my goodness, what a way to go out. That makes up for that absolute freak monster that was Elizabeth Warren as a minion. I'm really gonna have to get that out of my mind. Best show on Twitch, hands down, says Just a Tiny Taste. And what a sweetheart. Thank you so much. We really try. The people over at Everything Now Corporation work their hands to the bone to put on this show twice a week, so they really appreciate hearing that. If you're new here, this is Everything Now. We do this show every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. and we'll be back tomorrow night, I think, with some D&D. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, definitely check that out. Otherwise, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Discord, YouTube. All the VODs go on YouTube. All that information is in the panels down below. thank you once again for joining us. This has been an absolute pleasure. Now we're gonna go ahead and raid one of our friends, the Cardboard Cowboy. Please give my best to the Cardboard Cowboy. Let him know we say what's up, and we'll see you again soon.
Wait, hold on. I want to talk to you.
No, how did you get this
I have
line?
many questions.
I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't pick